Yo, 96 days left for my placements. We have finally entered the last 100 days, and 4 days have already gone by. Now, the thing is, I have been off track for so long, and I have not uploaded a video like this for a very long time, I think, or even made one. Actually, my hairs are pretty messed up today. But, anyways, yeah, so I'm pretty off track, and I have been thinking about which paths to pursue because being in mechanical, I was preparing for SDE thing, but that also was not going very well. But at least I was in momentum. But then a friend of mine who knew some insights about the kind of companies that come in our college based on historical data gave me the insight that the probability that I would be able to bag an SD internship or SD placement is very less because around 10 to 15 companies at max would be at least would allow us to sit as non-circular people in the placements, and even in those companies we would be competing with the best of the circular people. So the probability the like it would not be wise to bet my chances of placements on that 10 companies, 10 12 companies, while there are a lot of companies which do open for non-circular people, one for mechanical people in data analysis, business analysis, and consulting roles. Which so it would be very stupid to let go of this opportunity as on campus because off campus is pretty tough to get into, and I'll be honest, I'm not as skilled to get to bag off campus placements in either domains, or a good one like around 8 to 10 LPA or 10 plus LPA as at off campus. So I know my capabilities right now, and it would be stupid to throw away the chance that this college gives me to bag a good placement by taking the opportunity by getting by taking the advantage of all the opportunities available to me on campus. So from that point of view, I decided that I will also have to focus immensely and very rigorously on the data analysis part so that I do not miss out on that opportunity. I maximize the fruits or the output that I can juice out from it, and then see, and then also try to double date SD preparation so that I do I am a I'm a I am a more capable person. I'm much more technically capable, and so that at least I have other options as well. And hopefully, if luck works out and if I'm able to manage well, I might be able to. I might still have a chance at getting an SD placement, or even after placements, even if I do get placed in the data domain, and if I don't like it, and for some reason I want to switch, I will at least have covered the ground. I will have the fundamentals of DSA clear or covered, so then I would be able to uh, I would be much more prepared for switching or technical roles in general because because an elder brother of mine who is in this field, who is a data scientist, had told me that no matter what profile you're going for, if you're going for an interview at a product based company, you might be asked or you will be asked DSA, even as the data analysis candidate. So yeah, that is how it's going. And I have been the reason I keep swaying away from path is because I don't do weekly reviews. I am not able to track where I go and not able to set a aim and then single focusedly work on that. And this is something that has made me this could be a reason, or this could be attributed as the reason that has made me lose the last 3 years of my life. The last 3 years are not a lot of progress. I have made progress. I wouldn't say I've not made any. It's just that I could have made much more or done it in a much more structured fashion. I've not been able to, and I could credit that or blame that to just not reassessing my situations timely, and then focusing the part of not focusing on things has made me come to the position that I am in right now. Also, this speaking thing, I would want to have little more emphasis on this and have a little more deliberate practices, have a little more system set up to enable deliberate practices while speaking, because I'm not sure if just speaking it out, just venting it out like this is helping. I'll also have to do some exercises to so that I am able to make actual progress and not just fool myself by speaking into the camera continuously. Yeah, and also I think one of the biggest traps that I've been a part of is just consuming content, just consuming information, just making notes and gathering more and more information and not implementing enough. I have more information than most people around me on more topics than I can think of. I have so much on how to make money, I have so much on how to be more productive, and still I'm not as productive as I wanted to be, and I'm still maybe just 10% above baseline, which is minuscule as compared to the amount of data I've collected to the goals I want to work on. So the amount of progress that I've made towards the goal I want to go towards versus the amount of data I've collected to go towards those goals is the ratio is ridiculously small, and that is shameful. That is a very bad thing. That is a very big red flag, and I should have assessed this earlier. That's what I was talking about. Almost all failures are about not paying attention and recollect or recorrecting timely. So I have decided that I would focus on a couple things, and I've also started talking to Claude. Claude is an excellent AI. So, and to find out what should be my focus. My focus for the next 6 months is going to be career thing in general, like DSA or analyst and SDE analysis preparation. Likewise, side by side, right, to keep recording this to improve my speaking skills. I also want to start to post somewhere because I had started to post on X, but then I got inconsistent, and I have to continuously post on X, I guess, and also on LinkedIn. I'm afraid to be seen as trying. I'm afraid to do the generic thing on LinkedIn because as the more I delay it, the more the more behind I feel that अब क्या post करूँ. ये तो सारी बेसिक चीज़ें होंगी जो मैं post करूँगा. कुछ ऐसा एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी तो है नहीं मेरे पास पोस्ट करने के लिए. तो I think I should post those things. I should post some things on LinkedIn and just not look at it because I feel embarrassed looking at my own. I would feel embarrassed at the reactions people are gonna give to my post and shit like that. So yeah, I think I should be posting on LinkedIn more, and not more, just get started on that. And just these reminders about being delusional have helped me in some way. Like I was listening to Hormozy because I feel like at times I feel I do things which might look like to try hard, and therefore I'm prevent or do not go that hard on my, or do not go that aggressive on my dreams or things that I want to pursue, which because people might laugh at me. But he was telling me, he told in a video about the reframation, or what the fuck is reframation? There's no word like that, I believe. About the reframe that like being exceptional means not being like other people. So by definition, if you're being told you're not like other people, it is okay. You're on the right path if you want to be exceptional, because it means not belonging to the crowd. So yeah, at times you would feel out of the crowd. People might point out to you the things you're doing are not usual, but you'll have to keep going regardless, because if that's what you want, this is the cost that you pay for it, right? I also want to Claude. I will also ask Claude to make me very simplified, this content thing as well. Like how do I keep churning out content, to whether through this platform of uploading these videos and through newsletters or X posts, so that I also gain distribution alongside, right? So I also have to keep applying for jobs because I'm lagging on that part. So just setting up these systems is the biggest obstacle in my path right now, and I think I should be doing that. Yeah, I think that is my central aim right now. I had thought that I would make this video more focused on a specific topic and talk about certain things and articulate about them as I go along and structure the topic so that I'm able to explain my points better and give you a very actionable conclusion. But I've gone all over the place throughout this video. So from today, as I'll ask Claude and everything, what should be the current prompt that I should sit with when I'm talking to videos, I mean, when I'm creating videos like this, or I'm talking to myself, right? I also want to improve my hand gesture, because I do very haphazardly movements which are not very controlled. I have to be more subtle or slow in my movements, I believe. Even when walking or doing performing things, I should not be in a hurry. That is something I have to focus. Do not have to do very quick movements. I have to do very slow and grounded movements that shows confidence. Just things like these. Because you observe this in other people, and then you can be like the person you are, but sometimes being the person you are isn't very useful, let's say. So if you can get yourself better opportunities by attuning your behavior to social dynamics and cues, why not? It is the most obvious thing to do if you want to get something out of society, because eventually they will give you on the basis of how they perceive you, so you better control how they perceive you. from now on this video thing, I think I will sit down with a couple topics. I might reflect on the day and have call to actions, but also speak about certain topics, maybe a quote that I like, or a mental shift that I'm trying to adapt, or how I'm setting up the system, basically improvement in general, and then give you a very concentrated chunk of stream of consciousness or ideas. I also started to write on Substack, but then I just dozed off. This is what I'm talking about, not enough focus. I do not choose one platform, one method, and one practice, and not stick on it for a long time to get to see enough progress. This is where I'm messing up. I should be doing that. So I will sit down. I said shit. I will sit down with Claude and decide how do I have to, what practices, what minimal practices should I keep on to gain the maximum amount of output in this regard, right? I think that's what I'm gonna do. Right now, I think I should go to sleep, but I also have to apply at jobs, but I'm not sure if I should do it. So I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, I just have to set up the system right now. Bye bye.